What's up everyone, it's Jambors, new video, and in this video, quick summary of first round of rehearsals. First round, it's first 7 countries were rehearsing today, and I will do a little, very fast, quick sneak peek throughout them because of course the informations are limited. What struck my head, my eye, what I think, and also what kind of outcome to take. It's a summary. Let's talk. Alright guys, I'm very glad you're here. Subscribe, like, share, support this channel giving the super like or buy me a coffee or become a member to have some exclusive content which is coming on, and definitely this Eurovision 14 days, 2 weeks will be crazy. Also, I will have a special guest Eliadam in here with me. So we will continue doing our researches, and because she's a fashion designer, she will be commenting a lot of dresses, and already she has her opinions. I have opinions because this is basically the only thing what we could really see purely and what is easy to comment on YouTube. So let's do this. Let's do a really quick sneak peek about each and single country which was rehearsing on the day one, and give some opinions in here because also there was very interesting press poll. And I also want to comment on this. And a little disclaimer, come on, those informations are very limited, so don't take it super seriously. Even I know it's very hard not to do it, but it's just an opinion now. It's nothing else. It has no really big merit. So take it with reserve, but definitely comments in the comments below. What do you think about it? So 7 countries were participating. Let's start with the first one, which is Cyprus. Alright, Silvia Kapsis were rehearsing. We saw in the sneak peek that it's kind of a simple staging, so no props, but that doesn't mean that the simple staging is really will happen. What I saw in the sneak peek was that use of light, use of LED, and probably very use of camera angles to shoot because she's moving all the time, dancing, singing, will be crazy. Like, I think it looks simple now from what we saw, but definitely the light show and the edits could really be very interesting. What I think, my experience from the first rehearsal, that if you focus on editing a lot, this never works out perfectly on the first edit because then will be many adjustments, or which exactly second we need to cut here, from here, maybe use this camera. So I really believe that this second rehearsal will be better. What I saw, that the dress were simple, 4 naked guys or half naked guys. She's in the white dress with some diamonds, very dancey. It makes sense, it's Cyprus, even though I was expecting something more colorful for her. And that this is very Eurovision cliche. Cyprus is represented by white color. Basically, white and gold is the color of the flag. And this is what I can tell about it. I was normally looking at it, I was like, okay, this makes sense. I can imagine it. It will be fun, fast-paced, dancey. But didn't really struck my eye that much, so I'm very curious how big this opener will really be. But I think it's opener for a reason, and I think we can expect some crazy good dancing over here. And also we know that she can sing, so I'm very curious about this. Second country which was rehearsing today was Serbia. Serbia was rehearsing today, pitifully number 2 in the running order, but I think it doesn't really matter this year because the song is strong, the song is very tempting, gentle, emotion-wise, calm at some point, tense, mysterious. And what I saw from the pictures, these elements will stay there. If you can imagine national selection Pesma za Eurovision and her staging over there, but with much better lightnings, much better LED graphics, better steam, like better everything, but the same similar vibe, also similar vibe to her music video with the dress, which is like okayish, like I think it's visible very nicely over here. Like nothing spectacular, but I think because this song is kind of a mourn or something, it doesn't deserve to show off the dress, to be very pompous, very elegant in the way. It's more like regular, very nice dress, which is according to the dramaturgy and the feeling from the song, which I think it's a good idea, and the most focus will be on her and her emotions without thinking about the in particularity of the dress. No, the story is the focus in my opinion. Over here, it's clear, and I would be very surprised if not. I would be very surprised. Like, for example, they completely made very nice this. It will be very nicely also behind like the layering, so the LED screen will be a little bit defocused, it wouldn't be that concrete, and it will look very smooth and very nice. So it's an upgrade from the national selection, and I think it worked, so why to change it? Why to change it? I think it would work if it's gonna be edited and shot in very nice depth of field, so you can focus on the storytelling of the song, which I think this is the goal, what they can achieve with the cameras over there, and that would look very, very nice. Next country who was rehearsing today was Lithuania. And Sylvester Belt with the song Luktelk. It looks amazingly similar to the national selection, upgraded for sure. I like the dress of the dancers with those light wires on their hoodies they have. So the most focus on Sylvester Belt, who's completely in red. The rest is like blackish, reddish and white, which will take off the lights, and the main focus will be on Sylvester Belt, who is special over there. But if I can tell, there will be an upgrade. I saw on Twitter that there is also some kind of a dance break. I don't know with this song, like you can do it, but they need to change the tempo probably a little bit, not to be very monotonous, but maybe it would also help. I'm very curious about it. But Sylvester Belt, he's one of, like, Lithuania is coming through whatever we want because of the draw. It's clearly, like, I don't know, I cannot imagine like what can happen if he's not qualifying, but that's not gonna happening. So that's a quick thing. Watch the national selection in Lithuania, double it twice, put much more vibrant colors because the technology over there, it's just much more up to date and top of the art basically. So it will everything look 2024, even more sci-fi, more retro future, I would say. Next country, Ireland. The theater is back, and the black magic is back, and Bambi Tak is back, and all the necromancy is back, because that's what is my impression from what I saw in the pictures. Where is this guy? And also Bambi Tak creating a ritual how to get the hater and the lover at one person to live, and then probably again to death. I'm very curious about it. I'm very curious about the vocals, of course, but visually from the pictures, I think this will look stunning. I really am curious if this is not gonna be over theatrical, but at some point it would also make sense, because the song, if you make the structure, it's much more a musical song, like especially for the live performance. Whenever I saw it, in my head was a musical number. And for this, big changes. The color palette, not very realistic, but more likely Harry Potter style would be applied. In my opinion, this is what I'm taking on it, but in a very, very, very dark feeling. Just hope it will look great, because I like the costumes. I must say, I like the costume. It must take hours to make it done like this. And this is the biggest challenge now for the team probably, to make it on time, not to stress Bambi too much, even though I would say that Bambi is very ready to do this and cannot wait. Let's see if it's going to be enough. I'm very curious, but I like what I saw. I also like what I saw with the candles she's doing. Watch the sneak peeks. This is fascinating, so it's alright. And this is what I expected to be. Maybe a little bit differently, but definitely this is the way. This would be the way, even how I would imagine it, even in different color palette, let's say. The next country is Ukraine. Alonia and Jerry Heil. Huge rock, huge duet, amazing color palette, like amazing color palette. I like this. Like, you know what it reminds me? I know it will look strange and I really hope I won't get it, but they have the dress, they look like knights, kind of, fighters and healers at the same time, who anytime play some fantasy MMORPG. This is exactly like the monk class or something like this. Those healers, but with power to, you know, punch you in the face. And what I see in here, it's those war colors. It definitely, especially this picture, it looks like the flares from the combat, you know, from plane or helicopters, combat helicopters. When they shot the rockets, they do this destruction points. It looks exactly like this, and I think this will, first of all, visually it looks stunning, and second of all, we know that Ukraine can really do brilliant staging. They never fail with this, never. They, like in Europe, there is not so many countries who can do this that good. And also, there is one more thing to this, and that's this big rock, but which you cannot see it all the time. So if it's at some point in some parts of the staging, I don't know, but I think this is the elevation of the idea, like if from the ruins to get somewhere or vice versa. I think this will be kind of the backstory of the staging, but here, like the color palette, the atmosphere, that would be tense. That would be a lot of crying for sure. The next country is Poland. And oh baby, Poland, I'm very curious because I must say, Poland impressed me the most. And we already had talks with Ellie about it. That first of all, it is huge props. It almost looks like it's from the designer who did, for example, Spaceman for Some Rider or Germany last year, that those huge props are so signature somehow to be used. I'm not a big fan of it, but let's see how it will be used in it. But what struck my mind, and my God, like, I cannot help myself about the dress. The dress is against all the rules what the dress should be about, in my opinion. Even though maybe in movement it looks good, but with those horns, it takes so much attention on itself, like so much, and it doesn't look good, in my opinion. Like this is for me, I don't understand it. Even if it's radiate those Polish colors, it just looks ridiculous, in my opinion. The dress just simulates, like tells me you're stupid. Like she's a tower, you know? She's a tower and we must visualize it anyhow. And I don't like this approach. In my opinion, it doesn't even fit her. So for me, it was like, but this is very subjective. So maybe you can like it. Write me in the comments below. But this is what I took from Poland. On the other hand, I saw many very positive comments about the performance. And if the performance is good, I don't care about the dress at all. It can be just a funny thing about it, which after all, if the performance is perfect, this is maybe the thing you don't focus at, even though the dress screams focus on the dress, not the artist. Maybe also this is for a reason, but I don't like it. It doesn't look good. And the last country which was rehearsing today is the big favorite, Croatia. Baby lasagna, rimtim tagidim. And what can I say from this? It looks like the huge upgrade from the national selection in the very same feeling mood board. So it seems like they didn't invent anything. It's the color palette. We can see the green light, which it's a transition to this dancey part with like this. The dress with those sleeves, traditional, two dancers, a drummer, like everything what you saw on the set in Dora, it's here present. Actually, probably it will be just bigger, more crazy, and much more flamier. And because I know you liked it, so probably the odds for Croatia cannot change. But okay, I have no other things to tell about this country because okay, I think this is kind of obvious. You can watch Dora performance or any pre-party which was using the very similar elements to this. And why not actually? Because it makes the designs the same with a lot of transitions. It already was good in the way that you definitely cannot get bored over the staging because the mood was changing all the time, you know, color palettes changing, mood it was changing, tempo dynamics was changing. In my opinion, this is a very good song for staging, and the staging is done. There is probably only what they can need to improve, probably some camera angles whatsoever. But what was very impressive after this and all comments and all the feelings, because I don't want to judge anything more, just this Luna's dress. I was judging really. So let's see about it, but tell me what you think about your thoughts from today, because the day it finally started, you know. So write me in the comments below. What do you think about it? What were your initial thoughts? What were your thoughts when you saw those first pictures, and what were your thoughts in general? And subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video. Become a member, give me a super like or buy me a coffee, support this channel. And that's it. See you maybe tomorrow, maybe in a few days, let's see. But I think maybe tomorrow, doesn't matter. Just see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.